Welcome to the online classes, children. Class 7th Science, Acid Bases Salts revision continuing. Children, in the previous class, we have seen about indicators. You have seen three indicators which are commonly used: litmus solution, methyl orange, and phenolphthalein. By their characteristic colors, they indicate us whether the given solution is acidic, basic, or neutral. This is a chemical way of testing the given solution by indicators. We have seen in details in the previous class. Also, I told you yesterday about acids. Acids have a sour taste. Some of the acids which you are familiar, citric acid, lactic acid, these are called organic acids. They are called organic acids because they are origined from plants or animals, and they are not corrosive, neither they have any strong action. They are weak acids. Now today we will continue the lesson. I hope all of you are keeping well. Follow the COVID-19 protocol and stay safe. We have next topic: acids, mineral acids. We have learned about organic acids, that is, acids are origin from plants or animals, products of plants or animals. Now, today we will discuss mineral acids and the remaining topic. Okay, I'm going to share a screen with you. Please be patiently wait. School में okay, children. So this we have seen in the previous class about organic acids. See to the diagram, below the diagram, the paragraph organic acid yesterday we read. Organic acid, the acid which are origin from the plants or animals or naturally occurring acids. Some of the examples I told you in the previous class. They are not harmful, they are edible, they can be consumed. Now, the next paragraph, just see to that. The acids prepared, I'm reading the paragraph below organic acid paragraph. The acid prepared from the minerals of the earth. Actually, when we talk about minerals, they are mined from the earth crust. These acids, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, they are called mineral acids. You have to learn these three important mineral acids. They are very commonly used for various chemical reactions in the laboratory, as well as for discussing about the chemical properties. These three acids are very commonly mentioned all the time. So the three mineral acids, I repeat again: sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid. Both in the concentrated form are very dangerous. Concentrated form means with 0.01% of water. That is almost pure water, 90 pure acid, 99% acid. Concentrated mineral acids are dangerous. So carefully we have to use, if at all it is used in the laboratory and all that. When you come to ninth class and all, you go to chemistry laboratory, their concentrated acids are used for some chemical reaction. There you have to use it very carefully. It is very dangerous. It can cause complete burning of any organic matter. Now I'm continuing the reading. Mineral acids are man-made acids. Of course, it is obtained from minerals. It has to be changed into acids by various chemical processes. The three most common mineral acids are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid. Concentrated mineral acids are very dangerous. They can burn our hands and clothes. These acids should be handled with care in the laboratory. Now, acids are generally mixed with water to dilute them. Such acids are called dilute acids. Dilute acids are less harmful to us. Please note that carbonic acid is also a mineral acid, but it is a weak acid. Weak means it doesn't have the burning action. Now, dilute acids and concentrated acids. Before that, I told you acids are very dangerous concentrated acids. So they are kept in glass containers. Actually, glass is a synthetic material which doesn't have any action against acids. You cannot keep acids in any container like what we don't prefer even plastic, not at all metallic containers. Glass is used. Actually, glass have no action and it is handled with care. Concentrated acids are very corrosive. Corrosive, the meaning is it has burning action towards organic materials, especially our body tissues, everything can be damaged. Now, weak acid and strong acids, all the organic acids which we learned, lactic acid, citric acid, all these are weak acids. Now, carbonic acid, which is also a mineral acid, but it is a weak acid. It doesn't have the strong action. Now, dilute and concentrated acids. There is something I have to discuss about the dilution of acids. That is what the next topic. Just read this figure is not shown. Just have this uses of acid. Acetic acid is used in making pickles. Acetic acid is what we call in sirka in Hindi common language. Acetic acid is also used in making tomato ketchup. That is giving that sour taste. Carbonic acid, that is you're familiar with the soft drinks. Soft drinks have carbon dioxide dissolved in it at high pressure. That is what the carbon dioxide dissolved in it in water, that is carbonic acid. It is used in fizzy drinks. This is just to have introduction about the uses. The figure is not shown. Now, concentrated and dilute acids. I was telling you about dilution of acids. Look into the diagram. It is a dangerous situation showing one person is diluting the acid and he is met with the accident. The reason for it is I'm going to explain you. I told you concentrated mineral acids have minimum amount of water. So it not required certain situations. Certain situations we need only dilute acids to have the activities or anything to be carried out. So there is a specific way of diluting concentrated acids. So that is what I'm going to discuss. So before, just to read this paragraph. A concentrated acid is one which contains maximum possible amount of water in it, and the concentration of an acid is decreased by adding water into it. Actually, concentration of acid has to be decreased. The reason is that you don't require all the time completely pure acid. When water is added to concentrated acid, it forms dilute acid. So dilute acid which contain water as a ingredient in it. Now the process of dilution is very technical one. Just listen to this, how to dilute concentrated acids, whether it is sulfuric acid, nitric acid, or hydrochloric acid. A dilute acid is obtained by mixing concentrated acid with water. The process of mixing the concentrated acid with water is highly exothermic. Exothermic means it gives out tremendous amount of heat. So the concentrated acid, when water is mixed together, large amount of heat is released. This dilution of the concentrated acid should be done by adding acid to water gradually with a stirring, not by adding water into acid. That is, take some water in a beaker, add concentrated acid into the water drop by drop by constant stirring, continuously stirring so that the heat given out equally distributed in the water, drop by drop gradually. Never add water into concentrated acid. That is what the picture is shown. This person added water into concentrated acid due to the heat released by the dissolution of water, concentrated acid in water. The water boils out, and along with the acid it is spilled over the face of the person. So actually, if you add water into concentrated acid, what is happening is the dissolution is very fast, lot of heat is given out. This heat can boil the water and it can spill over the face of the person. It can cause accidents. So never add water into concentrated acid. Just opposite has to be done. Take water in a beaker, add concentrated acid drop by drop, not all of a sudden, drop by drop, stir it, dissolve it, stir it, dissolve it, so that the heat equally distributed in the whole water and you will get dilute acid. So this procedure has to be followed while diluting an acid. So I'm reading it. When a concentrated acid is added to water for preparing dilute acid, heat evolved gradually and easily absorbed by the large amount of water to which the acid being added. That is what I am saying. Means gradually, if you put drop by drop acid into water, the heat given out during dissolution equally distributed, and it will not allow the water to boil. Now, reading the next. If, however, water added to concentrated acid to dilute it, what happens? Large amount of heat evolved at once. Sudden. The heat changes some of the water to steam explosively, because this process is very fast, which can cause splash of the acid on our face with the steam at 100 degrees centigrade. Cloths which can cause acid burns. Even the glass containers may break due to excessive heating. You know that glass, if you heat, it can break also. So glass generally not used for heating purposes. It is being a bad conductor of heat. So the fact of heat evolved during this dilution of concentrated acid can be shown by the following activity. And this is not required. So anyway, you need to know this fact that concentrated acid to dilute, you have to follow a special procedure. Add acid into water drop by drop with constant stirring. Never add water into concentrated acids. This is not a desirable process. So that's about concentrated and dilute acids. Then I pass on to the next topic, bases. So we have these three topics: inorganic compounds, acid, bases, and salts. Details we'll learn later. For the time being, only about introduction. Look at these bases. I told you bases have something opposite to that of acids. So that is what I'm going to discuss here. The solutions of substance like caustic soda, lime. Lime, you're familiar, not the lemon. This is tuna, which is also a base. Washing soda are bitter in taste. Bitter means kadwa, the taste of Karela. All of you are familiar with that. Soapy to touch, that is slippery. These are some of the characteristics of bases. Acids you have seen, they are sour to taste, but bases they are bitter to taste, and they have another character called soapy to touch, slippery. Bases, bases are those chemical substances which have a bitter taste. That is just all the bases. I told in the previous class, it turned red litmus to blue. Acids turn blue litmus to red, and the property of the acid can be destroyed by the base that turn the red litmus to blue. The bases are chemically opposite to acids. I'm continuing reading. When a base is added, it neutralizes the effect of the acids. So we can define a base as follows. A base is a chemical substance which can neutralize an acid. So remaining these chemical characteristics, I am not reading this chemical formula and all that. This you learn in the higher classes. Anyway, what we have to learn here is bases have something opposite to that of acids chemically. Some of the examples: washing soda, tuna, that is lime, caustic soda. They turn red litmus to blue, that is a chemical test. Then all of them are having a bitter taste. Now look into the next paragraph. I'm not reading all these which are mentioned, which are irrelevant for you. Looking into this, water soluble bases. I told you in the previous class, all acids are soluble in water, but it is not true for all bases. Soluble bases are actually strong bases also. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide, they are highly soluble in water. They are called alkalis. So a soluble base is called an alkali. Now that is about alkalis and bases. So we don't have much explanation to be. This we learn in the topic while we discussing. Now, meaning of alkalis I told you. Now come to the next topic, third category of organic compounds. So inorganic compound, salts, simple compound. So how a salt is formed, that is what we are going to. So generally all of you are familiar with the common salt. Common salt is a kind of salt. There is a class of compounds called salts. Actually, I told you acids have something opposite chemically to a base. So the property of an acid can be destroyed by the property of the base. So this, when these properties are destroyed, they form a neutral substance. Neutral here means neither acidic nor basic. Such a substance is called acid. Sorry, salt. The salt is formed by the chemical reaction between an acid and a base. The acid react with a base, forming a neutral substance called salts. Salts have neither acidic nor basic characteristics. Now look into this heading. A salt is formed from an acid by the replacement of hydrogen in the acid by a metal. You need not study this replacement, all that you learn in the higher classes. That is not about our topic. Our topic, the meaning of salt. A salt is formed by the neutralizing of an acid with a base. The salt neither having acidic character nor basic character. Most of the solid salts are soluble in water, and some of the salts are insoluble also. The salt formed chemically by neutralizing the acid by a base or vice versa. So I'm not reading this chemical sodium atom and all that you learn in the higher classes. Please see to the line which is, please note that the salt is a general name and it does not refer to only sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is our common salt or table salt which you are familiar. Sodium chloride is the namak which you are familiar, that is extensively used as a food preservative and for the taste and all that. In fact, sodium chloride is one member of the huge family of compounds called salts. So in addition to sodium chloride, we have a variety of salts. Look into the diagram. Sodium sulfate, sodium nitrate, copper sulfate, magnesium sulfate, all these are salts. The salts are a class of compounds having formed by interaction of a base and an acid. During this interaction, the property of the base is destroyed by the property of the acid, and the new substance formed is neither having acidity nor basicity. It is a neutral substance, that is a salt. It doesn't have any action on indicator because it is not possessing acidic neither basic characteristics. So that is about the introduction of the topic, children. This is all about acid, bases, and salts in detail. Now, this introduction of this particular lesson I have completed. Remaining lessons you will learn. Other teacher will teach you. Monisha ma'am will teach you for the next session, that is from Monday onwards. So tomorrow we have a doubt class session. Those who have any difficulties can ask doubts or any queries related to the topics which are covered in this last month, this month actually, April month. Any, we have covered little topics. Anything you want to ask related to the topics taught in the class, it is the videos, can ask. That is, the time will be given and the details will be given to you through the website of the school. Okay, children. So I hope all of you are keeping well. Now I'll just revise what we have learned today. First about concentrated and first about mineral acids. I told you mineral acids are obtained from minerals. You need to learn three mineral acids: sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and nitric acid. They are prepared from minerals. They are man-made acids, not naturally occurring acids. Now they are strong acids generally. Now, next about diluting the concentrated acids. You have seen concentrated acids are pure acids. It has to be diluted before it is used for any simple purposes. But certain situations we need concentrated acids also. Now, generally we require only dilute acids. Keep this as an important warning also. Never add concentrated acid, water into concentrated acids. Instead, you gradually add drop by drop acids, concentrated acids into water with a constant stirring. हिलाते रहना है so that the water get the heat dissolution equally distributed. Do not allow the water to splash out with acids. So this procedure, keep in mind, never add concentrated never add water into concentrated acids. Instead add water drop by instead add acid drop by drop into water so that it dissolves easily without causing any accidents. Then bases. I told you bases are something chemically opposite possessing in compared to acids. So the property of a base could be destroyed by the property of the acid and the vice versa. One of the bases are property, special property, it have a bitter taste, soapy to touch. Now examples, caustic soda, lime, tuna, not lemon lime. So washing soda, that is all are bases. Bases which are soluble in water are specially termed as alkalis. Now come to salts. Salts are a group of compounds formed by the neutralization of an acid by a base. Now, this definition which is given over here, you will learn in the higher classes. For the time being, I'm only introducing salts. They are substances neither acidic nor basic, no action of indicators on them. Now, example of a very familiar salt, that is namak. It is chemically sodium chloride. It is only one salt. There is a family or group of compounds called salts. All of them are having neither acidic nor basic character. They are formed by destroying the acidic and basic properties between the acid and bases. Now, some of the common salts which are used, or if you are familiar with the table salt, common salt, it is sodium chloride chemically, namak. Now, rest some of the other examples are shown in this figure 3, figure 39, sodium sulfate, iron sulfate, calcium sulfate, copper sulfate, sodium chloride also. So, okay, children, that's about this topic, introduction of acid, bases, and salts. Okay, have a nice day ahead. Keep continuing studies. Okay, I hope you understood what I taught today. Any problem, any queries, you can contact me tomorrow during the doubt session. The details will be given on the website. Thank you, children. मैंने बंद कर लिया कन्वर्ट नहीं हुआ कन्वर्ट हो रहा है ना Okay, children.